back. Well, I'm back. Baseball's not back. Nobody's playing ball. Okay. Still. What can you do? What can you do? It's Thursday, July 16th. What can you do? There's no Major League Baseball because they take 2 days off after the All-Star game now instead of 1 like they did years ago. Anyway, come on in, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. I'm Randy Tibbins. This is the first video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. Today we're going to talk a little Dodgers, a little All-Star game, a little home run derby. First of all, we're proud of young Jock. Jock Peterson went as far as anybody could go without winning a thing in the home run derby the other day. Yeah. Hit some monster tater shots and woke up the whole world as to who he is, so now they know. No more East Coast bias. They know who Jock Peterson is. But I'm sad to say that the Dodgers did rather poorly in their All-Star gigs. Greinke gave up a home run, then he made history. We'll talk about it in a minute. Kershaw gave up the game and took the loss for the NL, and Grandal and Gonzo didn't really do much of anything, although Grandal had to poor Yasmani had to catch Aroldis Chapman in the 9th inning. Ouch. The guy was hitting 103. It was crazy. But in the end, the AL won 6-3, and they get, I guess the American League gets home field advantage of the All-Star game this fall.
Do you care?
Not really, because it's been proven that any team can win any time and doesn't have to be in their home park. So, yeah, it's always nice if there's a 7th game and they get home field advantage. But what if there's only 4 games? What if it's a wipeout? What if it's 6 games, 5 games? Doesn't really matter. All the opposing team in the National League has to do is win one in the AL Park, and they've neutralized the home field advantage. All right. Let's get into some real stuff here. Injury report and moves. On Wednesday, the Dodgers acquired left-hand reliever pitcher Grant Dayton from the Miami Marlins for left-hander Chris Reed. Okay, minor league swap. I don't think it means much right now. Let's get this going. Let's get some fun stuff happening here. The whole thing was fun. I enjoyed watching the home run derby. I particularly watched. I like watching the young Jock. No Dodgers ever gotten into the finals before, so that was kind of exciting. They also replayed it last night on Wednesday, and then after that I noticed middle of the night on like 2 o'clock in the morning they're playing the original home run derby series from 1959, which was very cool. We're going to post or match 1 of that up on our Facebook page probably tonight, so check that out if you get a chance. Let's see. Oh, every once in a while we get one of these Do You Cares. It really is. It's a fan thing. I get it. I don't like it. It doesn't really mean much to me, but the franchise fours of each of the Major League teams was announced at the All-Star game. They announced the Dodgers, and
do you care?
Well, only from the standpoint that it's fun to talk about, so it makes for a nice argument, but you can't narrow down 125, 130 years of baseball to 4 guys, particularly on the Dodgers. Yeah, if you're on the D-backs, you only got 20-something years of team, so you can figure it out. But anyway, here they are for what it's worth. You didn't hear about it. Don Drysdale, Sandy Koufax, Jackie Robinson, and Duke Snider. All right? Okay. Cool. I get it. All right. That's our franchise 4. So put them up there in Mount Rushmore. Maybe somebody do a cartoon about it. That'd be fun. Get somebody to put it in the Dodger magazine. Shout-outs. We got some shout-outs here. I'm going to give one to my pal, Bobby Kay, for his undying pessimism. Hey, I know you want the team to win, Bob. So do I. But I think you should be a tad more positive, all right? Besides, I read today and this is right up your alley, I read today where Gabe Kapler is ready to take over for manager if Andrew Friedman decides to blow out Donnie. I know you like that one. Oh, no, don't cheer for that. All right, shout out to Aaron G. and Ruby S. All have made comments in the last 48 hours on our Facebook page, so give them all a shout out. If you write to us on Facebook and say something, we'll give you a shout out. Say hi to us, write us a letter. If you write in our YouTube page is Let's Talk Dodgers 13. We'll respond to that, give you a shout-out. And if you want to write the old-fashioned way, you can always do that. Let's talk Dodgers at gmail.com, and we'll give you a shout-out doing that. And no snail mail, please. All right, let's see. We got some stats for it. Let's do some stats of the day. We got a lot of stats of the game, and since there haven't been any real baseball games played lately, let's give you some other stats. As I mentioned at the top of the show, Zach Greinke made history after he gave up the home run, of course. Zach Greinke is the first pitcher to strike out 4 batters in an All-Star game since Boston's Pedro Martinez fanned 5 batters at Fenway Park in the 1999 game. That's pretty cool. You mean in all those years nobody struck out at least 4 guys? Well, that's probably because each of the ensuing All-Star games, guys don't go 2 innings or more. They go like 1 inning and they put somebody else in. So Zach went 2 innings. That's why he got 4 strikeouts. Another fact, This is kind of cool. National League pitchers combined for, and Pete Rose said this on Fox after the game, National League pitchers combined for 15 strikeouts on Tuesday, the highest total in a 9-inning All-Star game, 2 more than the American League had when it set a record last year. So that was cool. Problem is, National League didn't win. But however, Pete Rose made a very good comment. He said, had one of those ball strike counts gone Kershaw's way, the American League only would have gotten 1 run, and he wouldn't have given up the game, and they would have had a shot. It would have had a real game. So one pitch could affect the whole game. Who knows? Somebody made a case for, hey, when are we going to get challenges on balls and strikes? No video replays on those? Not yet. All right. More statistics. This was my favorite statistic of the week. And it seems unbelievable to me in all these years of All-Star games. The 9 players the National League had in their starting lineup all came from different teams. It's the first time in the history of the All-Star game, going back to 1933, the history of the All-Star game, that 9 different teams have been represented in one league's starting batting order. Wow. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. All right, while we're giving out stats, I think we have fans calling. Let's give you the stats of our own team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here are the midseason stats in batting and pitching. Guy leading in average right now on the team. Anybody know? That's right, Howie Kendrick, 292. Runs scored is Gonzo with 50, believe it or not. Home runs, well, we all know it's Young Jock with 20. He's leading the team. RBIs, Gonzo's leading with 55. And stolen bases, Jimmy Rollins with a paltry 7. In pitching, we know who's winning the most games. Zach Greinke has 8 wins on the team to lead the team. Of course, Kenley Jansen's leading in saves with 16. Clayton Kershaw is leading the world in strikeouts with 160. ERA leader on the team, Zach Greinke, 1.39. Wow. And in whip, yeah, that's Zach Greinke again, 0.84. Let's get to more fun stuff. This day in Dodger history, we're going way back. We're dedicating this one to Bobby Kay because he always likes to talk about managerial stuff and how he doesn't like our own manager. Check this one out, Bobby. This one's for you. On this date, July 16th, 1948, one of the craziest days and wildest days ever in Major League history for managerial changes. You'll love this. This all happened on the same day. On this date in 48, manager Leo Durocher obtains his release from the Dodgers and is replaced by Bert Schotten, who had managed Brooklyn the previous season while Durocher had served a suspension. Remember, for the gambling thing and all that? He was associating with racketeers or something. Durocher, meanwhile, who had managed the Dodgers for 8 seasons, from 39 to 46, before returning in 48, was named skipper of the crosstown rivals, the New York Giants. After that club had released former manager Mel Ott, who was Vin Scully's hero. And on the same day all that was going on, Ben Chapman was fired as manager by the Phillies and replaced by Eddie Sawyer. And that's what happened on this date in 1948. Bringing Schotten back to Brooklyn, though, proved to be a good move for the Dodgers. Why? Well, because under Schotten the following season, the Dodgers won the National League pennant, and they won 97 games in 1949. They went to the World Series, of course, lost to the Yankees. All right, getting you out to the ballpark on Friday. Tomorrow they start up again. The Dodgers are in Washington for a series, and it's going to go like this for the Dodgers. I'm not giving the Washington lineup. You can find that out yourself. But they are changing it up in the rotation. It's going to be Kershaw first. Then instead of Greinke, it's going to be Bolsinger, and then Greinke at in the third game. So it's going to be Kershaw, Bolsinger, and Greinke. Game time on most of those games, I believe, is 4 o'clock. And the rotation will be set to play again for the second half. It'll be a lot different. They may pick up a pitcher at midseason, maybe at the end of the trading deadline. I'm not sure. Maybe before. We've been hearing some rumblings. All kinds of guys up on the market. You never know. The Padres are putting some of their guys up on the market. That price guy, we'll see. Just rumors, just rumors. Anyway, if you want to see more of the good photography that I threw on there on our Facebook page, check out John Sue's outstanding photography blog at dodgersphotog.mlblogs.com. I'm sure he's got some great all-star stuff up there. We are going to be back, I don't know about Friday, possibly to start the series, although we're giving you all most of the pertinent information. Maybe next week. You'll have to be watching the page to find out. We are going to make an announcement very soon. Might even be a favorite, just a 2-minute video on this, for when we do our next Let's Talk Dodgers game watching party, because they're on the road and that's the perfect time to do it. Games are starting at 4 and 5 in the afternoon. Great time to stop by your favorite pub and watch a game with all of us from Let's Talk Dodgers. Anyway, this is Randy. Come on back whenever you see us again. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and Let's Talk Dodgers again. Tell all your friends, Let's Talk Dodgers on Facebook and YouTube. Have a good one. And you know what, Bobby? This is for you, Bobby.
Look, Dodgers are going to win that division anyway.
That's right. What am I saying? Go Blue. Beat the Nats. Bye-bye.